What's up, fam? Long time no here. Been away for a while trying to handle business, dealing with careers and places to live and all that kind of stuff. But I think we got the majority of it done, but still working on a few things. But just want to say, hopefully, I'm back on the channel, different name, but same type of content. In the future, I'll explain about what's going on, changes I'm trying to make, changes I'm going to make to this channel. Note the channel will be revamped. As you see, the name is changed. It's called MC on the 7th. And I'm going to explain all that to you in due time. But right now, I want to make a quick video about Prince's death, or the investigation that the police did, and the announcement that the police made about his death and what they're not telling us. And hopefully I can make sense of it all some way or another. Well, pretty much by now everybody's already heard what the police came up with. After a 2-year investigation, they said that no one would be charged with a crime in his death, and that he didn't know that he was taking fentanyl. And you can read about all this on USA Today websites and CNN and all that kind of stuff. So I won't go into detail in that. But basically, they said that he thought he was taking Vicodin, but overdosed on fentanyl. Now the question is, how did he get fentanyl? Because fentanyl is a drug that's rarely prescribed nowadays because of how dangerous it is. That's why you see a lot of people overdosing on it right now, because they're getting it illegally. And people are putting these drugs and it's getting on the street, and people are dying from it because it doesn't take a whole lot to kill you. It takes like micrograms to knock somebody out. I mean, matter of fact, it's like 50 times stronger than heroin. Now, to quote the lead prosecutor, he said to actively charge a crime requires probable cause and a reasonable likelihood of a conviction. And the bottom line is that we simply do not have sufficient evidence to charge anyone with a crime related to Prince's death. He also said that he is obliged to follow certain rules based on evidence sufficient to prove a crime beyond a reasonable doubt. And also that he is obliged to seek justice, quote unquote, within the bounds of the law. So what exactly is the law? And that brings me to my question. Could it be that Prince simply died of a medication error by CVS? And the reason why I said it is, I work in the medical field. I've worked in the hospital. Matter of fact, I've worked as a patient care tech for years. Currently, I'm working as a registered nurse. And I have known nurses to make medication errors. And some have reported them, some have not, depending on the severity of the medication that they gave, or the reaction that the medication may cause. And as for pharmacy errors, I can state that once I had a prescription that I got from a pharmacy, and they accidentally gave me like 2 times the supply, not the dosage, but the number of pills that I was supposed to get. And they gave it to me on accident. I was supposed to get like half of that supply. No, I didn't take it back, but I mean, they are human, and they're liable to make mistakes. As a matter of fact, in a Daily Mail article online, it states that in Europe alone, that up to 22,000 deaths a year are caused by medication mistakes and dosage errors. Which means that yes, your doctor, your pharmacist could prescribe or could even fill a medication incorrectly and give it to you and cause serious harms, adverse reactions, up to and including death. It happens a lot. As a matter of fact, it seems like it happens more than what we know. So my point is to make sure that people, when you get medication, don't just trust your doctors and your pharmacy all the time when you see a pill. They got medication books out there, they got pill books, they got books that actually show you pictures of what a medication is supposed to look like. Hell, I mean, even working in a hospital and you try to give patients' medication. A lot of them will look at the pill and say, no, this is not the same pill. What is this? And they will ask you what it is. And a lot of times nurses don't know. They just pass medications because it's what's in the bottle and they give it. And the computer says, this is what it is, this is what you give, and you give it. And hopefully the patient won't ask a question. But a lot of these patients do ask questions. So that's the thing. The point I'm trying to make is to make sure you read the labels, know what your medications look like, to minimize the risk of you having some kind of bad effect or even dying. Now, in conclusion, what I really want to get to is on this GhanaWeb.com website, there's an article written on April 4th of this year that says, the FDA reveals that, quote, medication errors are not punishable. And this is after a man, a man injected 4 patients with contaminated penicillin that led to their death. Say he may go unpunished if ongoing investigations reveal the injections were administered through an error. And a pharmacist with the FDA said, and I quote, medication errors may be due to healthcare professional factor. Assuming a healthcare professional is supposed to give drug A, but ends up giving drug B, that is a medication error. And this error may be due to the fact that the 2 drugs look very similar. So basically what this guy is saying, what the FDA is saying is, if a person gives you a medication, a wrong medication, unpurposely, just because it may look the same, sound the same, or what have you, and a person dies, they are not liable for investigation or criminal charges. So my point is, like I say, it is a possibility that Prince received medication, the wrong medication from the pharmacy. But he took him as though it was one medication, or thinking it was one medication. But in actuality, it was a stronger medication than what he's used to. So this is probably why the prosecutor said that they couldn't charge anybody by the law. Just something for y'all to think about. I would like to know what you think about this. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, share, like, subscribe this and all other videos in the past. And like I said, MC is back. Now it's MC on the 7th. We're coming back. I'm gonna try to put out as many videos as possible because a lot of news and a lot of stuff has been going on lately, and I want to get on top of it, bring you that perspective that you may not know, bring you the perspective to where we find out information and we make solutions and we act on these solutions, to help our people advance. And until next time, fam, peace.